Most people don't ruin their lives overnight. It happens slowly. One ignored habit, one delayed decision, 1 year turning into 10. And by the time many people finally realize what truly matters, they've already lost time. They can never get back. These are 14 brutal truths people often realize too late in life. Truths about success, relationships, happiness, time, and human nature. Some of these may sting, but sometimes the uncomfortable truth is exactly what wakes people up. Let's begin. Life has a strange way of teaching lessons backwards. When we're young, we think we have endless time. We assume opportunities will always come back. We believe the people around us will always stay. But reality doesn't work that way. The older people get, the more they tend to realize that many of the most important lessons were never taught in school, never explained clearly, and often only understood after painful experiences. This video isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because sometimes hearing the truth earlier can completely change the direction of a person's life. 1. Nobody is coming to save you. One of the hardest truths adults eventually realize is that no magical moment is coming to fix everything. Many people spend years waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for someone to rescue them financially, emotionally, or mentally. But life usually rewards action, not waiting. That doesn't mean people shouldn't ask for help or lean on others sometimes. Support matters, community matters, but eventually, every person reaches moments where they alone must decide, will I change this situation or stay stuck inside it? The painful part is that some people spend decades waiting for a different life instead of building one slowly themselves, and by the time they realize that nobody was coming to save them, too much time has already passed. 2. Time is more valuable than money. When people are younger, money often feels like the ultimate goal, and while financial stability is important, many older adults eventually discover something surprising. Money lost can sometimes be earned back. Time never can. Years disappear quietly. People think they have plenty of time to call family members, pursue dreams, improve their health, travel, or repair relationships. Then suddenly, parents get older, friends drift away, energy changes, opportunities close. Many people realize too late that they traded their best years entirely for stress, status, or endless work without ever truly living. The brutal truth is this: a person can always make more money, but nobody can buy back lost years. 3. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge you. Fear of judgment stops millions of people from living honestly. People avoid starting businesses, creating content, speaking up, changing careers, or chasing goals because they fear embarrassment. But over time, many realize something almost funny. Most people are not thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. Everyone is busy worrying about their own insecurities, problems, appearance, bills, relationships, and future. That doesn't mean criticism never happens. Of course it does. But the fear of being judged is often far bigger than the reality itself. And many people eventually regret how many years they spent trapped inside invisible social pressure that mostly existed in their own minds. 4. Comfort can quietly destroy ambition. Danger doesn't always look dangerous. Sometimes it looks comfortable. A stable routine, a familiar environment, a predictable life. Comfort itself is not bad. Everyone needs peace and rest. But comfort becomes dangerous when it slowly removes growth from a person's life. Many people wake up one day realizing they spent years avoiding discomfort, avoiding risk, avoiding learning, avoiding difficult conversations, avoiding change, and while they stayed comfortable, life kept moving forward without them. Growth often requires temporary discomfort. The brutal truth is that a life without challenge may feel safe in the short term, but deeply unfulfilling in the long term. 5. Some relationships expire. One painful lesson many adults learn is that not every relationship is meant to last forever. Sometimes people grow in different directions. Friends who once felt inseparable slowly become strangers. Certain relationships become unhealthy. Some connections survive only through history, not compatibility. And holding on to every relationship at all costs can sometimes create more pain instead of less. This doesn't mean people should give up on others easily, but it does mean accepting that change is part of life. Many people suffer because they try to force old versions of people to remain the same forever. The brutal truth: not everyone is meant to stay in your life permanently, and that's part of being human. 6. Discipline often matters more than motivation. Motivation feels powerful, but motivation is unpredictable. Some days people feel inspired. Other days they feel tired, distracted, stressed, or emotionally drained. That's why many successful people rely more on systems and discipline than emotion. They continue even when excitement disappears. People often realize too late that waiting to feel ready can delay progress for years. Whether it's fitness, learning, saving money, building a business, or improving mental health habits, consistency usually matters more than intensity. Small actions repeated over time quietly shape entire lives. And sadly, many people only understand this after wasting years depending purely on temporary motivation. 7. Your health can change faster than you expect. Many younger people assume their bodies will always recover quickly. Energy feels unlimited, sleep feels optional, stress feels manageable, until one day it doesn't. Health challenges can appear gradually or unexpectedly. This isn't about fear or assuming worst-case scenarios. Many people live long and healthy lives, but countless adults eventually realize they ignored their physical and mental well-being for far too long because they believed they had endless time to fix it later. Sleep, movement, stress management, and regular care may seem boring in the moment, but over decades, those small habits can heavily influence quality of life. The brutal truth: people often appreciate health most after they begin losing parts of it. 8. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Modern life rewards constant activity. People answer messages non-stop, multitask constantly, and fill every hour with movement. But movement is not always progress. Many people spend years being busy without ever moving meaningfully toward what actually matters to them. Real productivity often requires clarity. What truly matters? What creates long-term value? What is simply noise? The brutal truth is that distraction has become one of the biggest hidden thieves of modern life. And some people don't realize how much time they wasted until years have already disappeared. 9. Happiness is not a permanent destination. Many people unconsciously believe, I'll finally be happy when they make more money, when they lose weight, when they buy the house, when they find the relationship, when life becomes perfect. But life rarely stays perfect for long. Even good moments come and go. People eventually realize happiness is often less about reaching one giant finish line and more about learning how to appreciate ordinary moments consistently. A peaceful morning, a healthy conversation, a meaningful goal, a quiet evening without chaos. The brutal truth is that chasing permanent happiness can leave people permanently dissatisfied. Thanks for watching. Life moves faster than most people realize, so don't wait too long to become the person you truly want to be. If this video made you think, leave a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next video.